do another quick example where we have a $100,000 income, which means our goal of 15% is again 100,000 times 0.15. So we still have $15,000 we're trying to earn. And let's still say we have a $3,000 match. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll take $100,000, we'll multiply it by that 3%, and we're going to take our free money. So we'll get our $3,000 in free money right away. Then this time, let's say we're married. So when we're married, I can put $6,000 in for one person and another $6,000 in for the second married person. At this point, I would add up my first three boxes and I am at $15,000, which is my goal. So I don't need to put any money in my last box. And if I check this again, when I add all four boxes together, I equal my goal of 15%, which means I'm done. Now remember, the actual amount I walk away with is my goal of 15% plus my match. So I still walk away with $18,000. But it does look a little different in how I allocate my money based on whether I'm married or not. So I have a couple other examples. I just took the thermometer in this case and I flipped it on its side. And I want to walk through these examples because they have different types of matches and different percents. So in this example, we have Santa Claus. He's making $130,000 a year, and his elves are going to match him 1-to-1 up to 3%. So the very first thing we do is figure out how much Santa's trying to earn. So it's 15%. We take 130,000 times 0.15, and Santa's going to try to earn $19,500. The very first thing we want to take advantage of is that match. So $130,000 times 0.03, that's 3% as a decimal, means that Santa's going to put $3,900 into his 401k to get his free money. Next, we need to figure out if he puts enough in for a single IRA or a married Roth IRA. So remember, single is $6,000, married is $12,000. So Santa is married, so he gets to put a $12,000 chunk in there. And then remember, I'm trying to see, have I hit my 15% goal or not? So when I take $19,500, my goal, and I subtract my match and I subtract my Roth IRA, I still have some leftover, and that leftover amount is $3,600. After Santa puts in his match, he gets to walk away with his original goal plus a free $3,900. Now, the reason he gets $3,900 is because this says it's a 1-to-1 match. So for every $1 he puts in, the company will give him $1 as well. So when I add those two together, Santa actually has $23,400 in his retirement account. The next example we have is Harry Potter. He makes $62,500 a year, and the Ministry of Magic is going to generously match him 2-to-1 up to 2.5%. So first we figure out Harry's goal. We take 62,500 times 0.15. Harry is trying to make 9,375. So we're going to take advantage of our free match. We'll multiply his income times 0.025. That's 2.5% as a decimal. And Harry's going to put $1,562.50 into his free match. Harry Potter's single, so we'll drop in a $6,000 there. And I haven't quite hit my goal of 15%, so I'm going to subtract the amounts that I have put in and drop the remainder into his 401k. In this example, Harry Potter's company, the Ministry of Magic, is matching 2-to-1. This means they're going to give you 2 of the matches for every dollar you put in. So Harry's going to get his original 15%, and then he's going to get 2 matches added on to that. And so his final total would be $12,500. Next up, we've got SpongeBob and Mr. Crab. So we'll take SpongeBob's $12,250, multiply it by his 15%. He is trying to earn $1,837.50. Mr. Crab is matching up to 3%, so we'll multiply his income times 0.03, and SpongeBob's going to get that free amount of a match. Next, SpongeBob is single, so we should put in $6,000.
Wait a second.
You put $6,000 into SpongeBob's Roth IRA, he's going to have $6,367.50. He does not need that much. He only needs $1,837.50. So we are going to subtract his goal and his match, and SpongeBob's only going to drop in the amount that gets him up to his goal. Because he's reached his goal right here, he doesn't need to put any into his 401k. SpongeBob does have a match, so he gets his goal. And if we look at his match, he only gets $1 for every 2 that Mr. Crab puts in. I like to think that you make this into a fraction. So if you'll see, it makes it into a half a fraction. So he gets half of what he put into the match. So I took $367.50. I divided it by 2. Then I added that on to his 15%. So SpongeBob walks away with $2,021.25. Final example, John and I make $102,000 a year. We're being stupid. We're not matching anything. So we still come up with our 15% goal by multiplying our income by 0.15, which is $15,300. But if we're not matching anything, I get to skip that box. So I put $0 in the match, and I start right away with my Roth IRA. Because we're married, we'd max that out at $12,000, and then we just subtract to figure out the remaining amount to bring us up to our 15% goal. So we'd put $3,300 into our 401k. Remember, we're not matching, so the amount we walk away with is the same as our goal amount.